Hi.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Very exciting to introduce to you today Ronel Jooste. She is an award-winning entrepreneur as well as an author. Ronel has been in the financial field for many, many years as a chartered accountant, and she will talk to us today about women empowerment, but specifically around financials. Ronel, the human being out there mostly thinks about financial as financial advisory. What is the difference between a financial advisor and you as a financial expert?
Hello, Charlotte, and thanks a lot for the opportunity to have me this morning. Yes, in terms of, I think a lot of people only think about financial advisor when they think about finances, but within the bigger financial discipline, there's so much more. So a financial advisor would typically advise you on your policies and your product, your financial product specifically. So I don't do any selling any policies or any financial products. I focus on financial education, so helping both individuals as well as businesses with their financial management, to understand their finances better and to put them in a position to make better financial decisions. So I do much more financial consulting and financial training. Yes, and that is what my passion and my purpose is all about.
Beautiful. So in the topic of that we're discussing today is women empowerment. How have you observed the changes in women empowerment arena regarding financials in their business?
This is something that is hugely important, and I think if you just look at how the landscape is changing, where you have many more women being breadwinners, being the single moms, having to take care of their families, and also having to contribute towards their household. So that is changed a lot, basically over the few decades. But there's also, there's a lot of things happening in terms of divorce rates or picking up. And also many more women are going into business. And that is why it is so critically important that women take responsibility and take ownership for their finances, both their personal finances and if they are in business, for their business finances as well.
So in the arena of being a financial expert and woman empowerment, and seeing that you have clearly mastered the art of this financial expertise and taking control and ownership of your own, so much so that you've turned it into a business. In that process, Ronel, who has been your role model?
I do have quite a couple of role models, but specifically if I have to think of a woman, I would definitely say Margaret Hirsch. She is hugely inspiring, and I believe just if I look at what she has achieved over the years, and I've recently interviewed her as well for my Ronel Talks Money blog series interviews. And there I was talking to her about how she manages her money. And I really look up to her, and also because she is doing so much to empower women specifically, but also to empower business owners and giving back. So there's much more than just the personal achievements. It's also about giving back and taking what she has learned to help and empower other people.
Beautiful. What is the one thing that you would advise to women out there today who are stepping into the business world regarding their finances and being empowered?
Well, like I said, finances it is so important. And I think we have seen it now during this lockdown period as well. the businesses who were in a financially stable position and who had sufficient cash flow and who had an emergency fund in place were definitely the businesses who had a lot less stress during this period and who could cope with still having to pay their employees and their expenses during this period, even though their income was affected, or sometimes they haven't received any income. And we can speak of experience because I also own a guest house where we obviously had severe impact on our income streams during this period. But it's also about on your personal finances, you know, to really educate yourself about finances, and so that you can make powerful and informed decisions, but that you also know which are the correct questions that you need to ask. If you need to talk to your financial advisor or your accountant or whoever that person is, that you understand the lingo, that you understand what are the critical things that you need to look out for. So I would definitely say educate yourself, spend time on your finances, and manage your finances to the best of your ability.
Beautiful, beautiful. And I believe a little birdie told me that for Women's Month, you have got an education virtual online process for women that they could attend as a webinar. Would you like to just share with us something about that? I'll also post the link to it in the comments of the video afterwards.
Thanks, Charlotte. Yes, I have my the Wealthy Women workshop coming up on the 8th of August. So it's on a Saturday afternoon from 1 o'clock. And there we will really dig into finances a bit more. So we will also be spending time on, on finding balance and understanding that important impact or aspect between your health, your self-development, your happiness, as well as your finances, your wealth, or your financial independence. And then we will also go a bit deeper into what are the powerful ways to manage your spending and your expenses, and also how to create multiple income sources. I think that is a very important lesson that we've learned now during lockdown. You need to have multiple income sources. Just to go into that a bit in terms of how you can set up those multiple income sources so that they are passive income sources and you don't need to work 24/7 to be able to get income in. And then we will also dig into the 7 steps to become debt free. That is also hugely important, because if you look at the stats, you will realize that the majority of people who are over indebted are in fact women. So it is something we need to look at, and we will also spend some time on becoming a smart investor, because women tend to sometimes be a bit hesitant, or they are not that much into learning more about investing and how they can really expand their investments. Investments entail a lot more than only having a savings account. You can really benefit so much more and create wealth and create financial security if you really understand it, and you can empower yourself with that knowledge. So yes, I'm really looking forward to it. I think this is a very critical time in our lifetime, and that we need to, as women, look at how we can really become financially independent and really take ownership and responsibility for our financial future.
Thank you, Ronel. So to everyone watching this, remembering that going forward, women empowerment is all about you. It's how you cope in your life and what you do differently. Financially, speaking, you really need to look at what it is that needs to change if you want to become empowered in that space. So Ronel, thank you so much for sharing with us today your views on women empowerment and especially your expertise in the financial field. That 8th of August event looks like it's going to be amazing. Giving balance back, ladies, owning your future, owning your finances. It starts within, it starts with you. Thank you, Ronel, for your time today. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Charlotte. It was lovely to be here.